guys, as you can see, fall is definitely in the air. And with that comes some pretty great recipes. Well, on today's show, we're gonna smoke up some beef chuck short ribs to a perfect toothpick tender. We're gonna whip up some creamy mashed potatoes, make a little red wine reduction, and put it all together. Guys, my name is Tommy, and this is the Gallery Backyard Barbecue. If this is your first time here, please consider hitting that subscribe button and ringing that bell, man, so you get notified every time the channel does a future upload. All right, guys, look, what you got here is some basic short ribs from the local market. Nothing fancy here, although we got some pretty nice marbling inside. They're already trimmed up. And we are gonna go with just a basic 16 mesh black pepper and kosher salt. Now, I always like to salt first and then tend to the pit. That way the salt sits on the meat for a good 15-20 minutes to a half hour and does its thing. Here you go. All right, guys, look, so here's the rundown for today's cook. We're gonna try and utilize the Weber Smoke Fire's Smoke Boost feature, which we will have on for about an hour. And that should put the smoke on pretty good on these beef short ribs. From there, what we're gonna do is we'll bump that temp up to 250, 275. I mean, I wanna keep this smoke, you know, about 5 hours or so. I will have a drip pan underneath to see if we can collect any drippings from the chuck, and that'll help with my red wine reduction, what you will see in a little while. So basically that's it, man. This is an easy smoke, and this is one, trust me, man, that you're gonna wanna make. And let's get these on the pit, and I'll bring you back. If I do a little spritz, or as they start to get that nice bark on them, I'll bring you back in, and I'll also bring you back on some creamy mashed potatoes, and also maybe a peek at that red wine reduction. So we will monitor the temp with an independent probe in the pit, and also get a pan underneath to catch any drippings that we may be able to use for our red wine reduction. Oh yeah. And right there you see about 2 hours in, man, and look at that color, man. I heard the smoke fire puts a nice color on the on meats, on smokes, and that is definitely proof positive there. Now look, we will just let these puppies run, and we will tend to our mashed potatoes. So look, any good mashed potato, you want a russet potato, you want to get that starch out, so let them sit in water for a while. Then bring that cold water up to a boil, and you want to get them toothpick tender where the knife moves through them with no resistance. Drain them, get them in a mixer. Oh yeah, mixer. If you don't have a mixer, you can, of course, hand smash. Oh, yeah. Now you want to start to add warm milk. You don't want to use cold milk. You want to use warm milk. That is the trick. As they smoothen out a little bit, you can start adding butter. I'm going to go with about a quarter stick. And these are creamy mashed potatoes. There you go. Guys, from there, hit it with a little salt and a little black pepper, and you are good to go. That's easy. That's creamy mashed potatoes right there. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Guys, we will move over to our red wine reduction. This is a neat little tool here I got from my buddy Darren over in Ash Kickin' Barbecue. It's basically going to separate the oil from the good stock. I'll have a link down below. These are perfect for Thanksgiving if you want to grab one.
Perfect to make gravy.
First up on any good reduction, we got to make up a mapois, which is basically just some carrots, celery, onion. We'll bring them up to a roaring type simmer there. As you can see, we want those brown little goodnesses stuck to the bottom, and we want to cook these for about 5, 6, 7 minutes. You're not looking to saute them so they're finished. Just get them good and browned.
Oh yeah, there you go.
From there, we will introduce about a cup and a half of a good red wine. You don't want to go with cheap red wine. You want to go with one that you would drink. So look, what we are looking to do here is reduce it to half. And that is a little of that fresh beef stock going in. But I also have some better than bouillon going in. This is good stuff. I'll have links down below. Forget the cubes. You're gonna want to get this stuff. It is as good as you can get. A few bay leaves in, some rosemary in. If I had fresh rosemary, I'd put that in, but I don't. But this will do. And now I am getting a little bit of that beef stock in, just to kind of thin it out a little bit, give it some flavor, and give it some traction. Now I like my, if you like it silky smooth like I do, you want to get some butter in there.
Silky smooth.
There you go, man. Guys, from there you want to get it off into a wire mesh and strain it. Make sure you get all the juices off those vegetables. There you go. Oh, yeah. All right, guys, we are right at that 5-hour mark. Let's go in. Let's get a temperature check. And if I know beef short ribs, I know these suckers are done. You know what, I'm going to let them go for about another maybe about another 15, 20 minutes. Still a little bit of tug, still a little bit of resistance. So we'll come back and we'll check it, like I said, 15, 20 minutes. All right, guys, look, that is 20 minutes. I will get them off. I'm going to get them on this plate here because I want to reserve any of the juices that are going to come off the short ribs, and I can add it to that reduction. All right, guys, look, I played around for about 15, 20 minutes just trying to get the right thumbnail. So I had a couple pieces, man, and I'm telling you right now, you want to make this, and you want to make it soon. I cut these little burnt end nuggets from the skin. Amazing, man. Sometimes salt and pepper is all you need. I'm just going to give you a quick taste test, man. Nice sliver right here. I'll tell you, if you've never had a red wine reduction, man, you definitely got to make that. It is so rich. that. It's just, it's unreal how rich it is. I mean, it's just the flavors are so pronounced with that Montpois. You make that, get them vegetables going, and then the your stock in there with the red wine, man. And I'm telling you, you cook it down, man. It is just, it's through the roof of flavor, man. Through the roof of flavor. Oh yeah. Oh man. Guys, look, this is restaurant quality right in your backyard, man. It's all it's easy to do, man. I laid it out nice for you to do. So you got to do it, man. Look, I am going to roll my Patreons and YouTube join members. If you think that is something that may interest you, I would appreciate it if you check it out. You can cancel any time, but it definitely helps out the show. It helps out the show a lot. So look, man, that is it. Until next time, we will see you. Oh, you know Molly's right there, right?